We start with breaking news coming out of South America. Liam Payne, a member of the boy band One Direction, died suddenly today in Argentina. Thanks for joining us for 9 News at 5. I'm Tom Green.
And I'm Kim Christensen. One Direction fans, of course, are stunned. Payne was 31 years old. Payne joined One Direction when he was just 16 and became unbelievably famous before he was even old enough to drink or vote. The band, known for songs like Night Changes and What Makes You Beautiful, sold 70 million records in the 2010s. Payne alone had more than 60 million followers across his social media platforms. The band broke up in 2016, but Payne continued to perform and continued to be seen with members of One Direction. He was reportedly in Argentina to see his former bandmate, Niall Horan, perform. The cause of death is under investigation. Again, Liam Payne, 31 years old. Back here at home, Aurora police are now asking for the community's help in finding a man they believe is connected to at least a dozen armed robberies.
Police are saying the man has primarily targeted the Spanish-speaking community, preying on them as far back as August. 9 News reporter Ria Jha is live in Aurora. And Ria, give us an update. What do we know right now?
Yeah, we're in front of the apartment complex called Crossroads at the city center, where a majority of these armed robberies have been reported from. Aurora police said they have been patrolling this area for months now because they believe the suspect lives here. But after months without not being able to catch him, they're now asking the community for help because they believe this suspect could become more dangerous.
We're at the point where we need the community's help.
Aurora police have decided the man they've been tracking since late August has taken it too far.
This person has escalated from basically just taking items to firing a shot during a robbery at the beginning of this month.
That was on October 6th, and thankfully no one was injured, but it's one of 12 armed robberies police say the man has committed, each time in the same way.
Either just going out to their cars or just coming from their cars to go in their apartments when they are approached by a male with a gun, and they all give a very similar description.
Aurora police released this video saying he's around 5 foot 10 inches tall and has been targeting victims while it's dark out.
He generally wears all black and a ski mask, armed with a handgun.
7 of these robberies have been at the Crossroads at the city center apartment complex.
It seems like he's familiar with the area and, isn't coming from far away. As the pattern progressed, we noticed that he is targeting Hispanic community members, generally Spanish speaking.
The owner of the complex says 98% of the people living here solely speak Spanish.
But we also understand that if you're an immigrant into our community, you may have a fear of reporting to the police.
Because of this, police think there might be more robberies that haven't been reported yet, but they want people to know their safety comes first.
And it doesn't matter what your immigration status is. So if you have been victimized, please call us.
4 of those armed robberies happened this month alone, so some safety tips from Aurora police is to travel in groups, be aware of your surroundings, and stick to those lighted areas. They are also wanting to reiterate that they are not ICE and are asking anyone with information to come forward. If you want to leave an anonymous tip, you can call Metro Denver Crime Stoppers. Reporting live in Aurora, Ria Jha, 9 News.
All right, Ria, thanks. And Aurora police say they have credible evidence to believe an indigenous woman was murdered at a truck stop off of Airport Boulevard. Police say they don't even know her name, but they do say she was a frequent visitor at a Flying J truck stop. People there only knew her by her nickname, Lil Bit, which was given to her due to her height, only 4'11", her petite stature, and she had very long, dark hair. That case now does have the attention of the Missing and Murdered Indigenous Relatives Task Force.
This man murdered her and put her in a suitcase from a truck stop in Aurora, the Flying J, and placed her somewhere along the highway, quote, in the weeds.
Aurora police would not say if they have a suspect, but they did say they're actively investigating. Police also told us they can't move forward unless they get the woman's real name. If you have any information, you are asked to call Crime Stoppers.
Weather Impact Team meteorologist Kathy Sabin is tracking wind, fire danger, and the chance for snow over the next few days. Kathy?
We aim to please, Kim. We've got something for everybody in this forecast. Today, a warm summer-like day with temperatures in the 80s, but elevated fire danger due to the wind, the lack of moisture, and the above-average temperatures. The cloud cover you see outside is part of this disturbance that's tracking into southwestern Colorado. But the storm that will bring the rain and snow to the state by the weekend is this system here, just moving inland across the west coast. And that means scattered showers are likely in Denver Friday and Saturday, potentially early Sunday. But a new development, a winter storm watch out for the southern mountains, guys. 10 to 20 inches of snow possible between Friday and Sunday. Don't be caught off guard if you're headed into the high country this weekend. You look at 77 degrees in Denver and you're saying that can't be possible. It is absolutely possible. Red flag warnings are going to go out tomorrow for much of northeastern Colorado for high fire danger ahead of that weekend storm. The timing and impact is just ahead.
This afternoon, the Supreme Court ruled that EPA emission rules for power plants can take effect while they are challenged in lower courts.
There's a group of 27 states that was asking the Supreme Court to pause that EPA rule, but it didn't happen. The rule forces power plants to cut their emissions over the next 20 years, either by installing carbon capture technology or by using cleaner hydrogen fuel. It is meant to help with global warming. Power plants are among the biggest sources of greenhouse gas emissions, but power companies have appealed to block the rule, saying the new technology is too expensive and unreliable. A federal appeals court is expected, a ruling from a federal appeals court is expected in the months to come.
RTD is blaming copper wire thieves for some of the issues along its light rail system. In a statement today, RTD said trains were disrupted 21 times since April, an average of about once a week. Damages are estimated about $100,000. Thieves target copper because of its high resale value. RTD says that it believes there is a group of people carrying out all these thefts. One person has already been arrested. In the meantime, the district is taking steps to protect the copper wires, like covering them with wood or greasing them so they're less valuable.
A juvenile is now facing a murder charge in connection with the shooting death of a teenager this weekend at Rotella Park near 78th and York. Authorities told us there was a disturbance at the park on Saturday night and then someone started shooting. One teenager died. A second teenager was treated after being shot in the leg. Due to their age, the suspect is not being publicly identified. We now know that Aurora dentist James Craig is scheduled to go on trial for the murder of his wife later this year. Craig's wife Angela died last March, with a lethal amount of cyanide. Craig was arrested days after her death. Police say he bought the poison online weeks earlier and believe he poisoned his wife through her protein shake. After multiple delays, jury selection in this trial is now set for November 21st, opening statements scheduled for December 2nd. Craig has pleaded not guilty. He told other inmates that his wife poisoned herself.